Hello everyone and welcome back to our structured text training course. In today's lesson we will talk about structures. In the structured text programming we will learn what the structures are, why they are used and how they help us to organize different type of data inside one variable. And the structured data type called the struct is used to group different variables into one object or the one class. We declare a structure by using the keyword type and type struct and end struct. Inside the structure, every variable must have a variable name, a column name, and a data type. And so let's start. Let's start in our Codesys environment and let's build new project. No. OK and OK button. And for example, if we want to describe some motor, and we will use them in our future programs. And let's start from here and add object and give name of our object is the motor and press OK button. And here, my friend, we must declare our variables and describe our motor's properties or feature or what do you want to give it name, speed, and give it int data type. And the next one is, for example, the temperature of the motor, and give the real data type. And next one is, for example, voltage. It's maybe also, I think, the real. And the last one, let's give it the alarm status. Alarm status. And let's give the bool. And my friends, why we need the structure? Now imagine that we have 10 or 12 or 20 or 30 or even more motors in our system, and instead of declaring the same variable for every motor again and again, we can create one structured data type, and then we describe all motor properties in this data type, and then we create multiply motors object based on that structure. And let's do it now. For example, we have motor 1 for the water pump. For not water pump, for water area, and we assign the structure data type to this variable, and we have motor for the oil area, and we also assign the motor structure as a data type for this variable. And for example, we have motor for the steam area, and this motor have the same properties but with a different value. And let's start from the motor water area. Let me copy this, paste it here, and then we press the dot button and we have assigned some properties of this motor, for example speed, and give it speed. For example, it will be 1500 RPM. And next feature is about the voltage, and for example it's worked with the 220 volts. And the next one is the working temperature, and it's worked with the 100s. And we can assign different value for the oil area, for the motor from the oil area. Let's copy this one. And here speed, for example, it has the 2000 RPM. I think it's big for motor, maybe. Okay, it's a simple example and we can use it. And the voltage is the 380. And now let's compile our project. We have no errors, and let's log in and run the program. And you can see you can get a different properties for the different motors in your area. And my friend, I also want to add the enum for our code, and we together check what happened if we assign the enum type to one members of our motor. Let's give it name light, and here we delete this one, and let's add here the red, give it name 10, assign the variable value 10, then the yellow, and it will be 20, and last one is the green. And by default, let's use the yellow for our default value, and here yellow, close this one, and return to our motor declaration, and light. Okay, color is our light data type, and here let's add the for motor from the oil area, let's add the color. And let's compile it and check what happened. Okay, first we have the problem here. And type. Okay, we have error here. Let's build it again. Now we don't have any errors, and let's start our program, login and run. Okay, by default we assign the yellow value to our motor. And again, my friends, why we need the structure and enums? Without the structure and enumerations, program can become very messy and difficult to manage. We will need to create many separate variables, manually repeat the same code many times, and remember many numeric values and statuses. For example, without a structure, every motor would need a separate variable like the motor speed, motor temperature, motor voltage, and motor status. But with a structure, we simply create a motor type once and then create many motor objects based on it. It makes the code cleaner, faster for developer, and much easier to maintain. And for example, why we need without the enums, we often use the number to represent for stop. For example, we use the 0 number for run we use the number 1, and for alarm we used, for example, number 2, and for the manual mode we used number 3. And with enum we can use the meaningful names instead of stop, run, and alarm. We declare the enum 1 times and assign it to all the objects that we have in our programs. And also, my friends, if you don't not continue with my courses, I still highly recommended that you study the structured text programming language in another courses. And very soon you will notice that you start writing more independent and more professional programs. You will also notice that your way of thinking begin to change, and you will start to build more complex and more logical programs. Because programming is not only about writing code, it's also about developing problem-solving skills and engineering thinking. And that's all for today, my friends. In the next lesson we will move deeper into practical examples and real industrial programs. I wish you all the best and good health and success in your learning journey. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. See you in the next lesson.